get a read on what's really happening in the healthcare sector, and especially the pharmaceutical industry, then there's no better person to talk to than Fred Hassan, who's currently a managing director and a managing partner at Warburg Pincus, the boutique investment bank, as well as being the chairman of the now privately held Bausch & Lomb. But before that, he was the chairman and CEO of Schering-Plough, with a stock we backed because of him, right up until he sold the company to Merck. And before that, he worked as CEO of Sandoz and Upjohn and then Pharmacia. This man has more expertise in managing acumen in his pinky than many CEOs have in their whole bodies. You got to believe me. That's how I've always felt about him. Pay attention, Mr. Hassan. Welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you again, Fred. Have a seat.
Hey, Jim.
Well, first, I want to congratulate you because you were one of our top 25, one of the many leaders, icons, and rebels that have shaped business over the past 25 years, during the CNBC, obviously. Celebrating the next 25 years tomorrow night at a big gala. Talk to me about the future of pharma for the next 25 years.
This is going to be the life sciences century. If we go back, it's been the century of the tech, the internet. It's been the century of the big engines in the 19th century. This is going to be the life sciences century. And I believe that because for the first time, there's a confluence of three things that are happening. Number one, you got these new technologies in the genome area, genomics.
Personalized medicine.
Personalized medicine. You can get a molecular signature of the cell.
Right.
You've also got the information technology, the ability to process large quantities of data.
Right.
And then you got our academic centers creating a fantastic knowledge on biological systems, how disease cascades occur. All these three things are really unleashing so much knowledge, and there's so much advances going on in cancer and in many other areas.
Okay, Fred. Now, I obviously backed you for years and years. And Schering-Plough, 5 years ago yesterday, deal closed. Always known as an innovator. But I don't think of big pharma as innovators anymore. Are they tapping into all these three great trends that you just talked about? Because I know the biotechs are.
Well, the biotechs have done very well. In fact, there are small companies that have become big companies like Celgene, Biogen, Gilead. Right. So great. I think the big pharma is coming back. There's a reinvention coming back. It's coming back. Like my former company had a molecule, Keytruda, which is now just on the market. Right. So that whole cycle, those whole family of molecules for immunotherapy in cancer is worth about $40 billion. So $40 billion of value unleashed from a molecule by big pharma, Merck. So it's happening, but it needs a new culture and a new mindset and a new dynamism and maybe a little more patience from the investors. Investors tend to treat big pharmas as dividends and buybacks, and biotechs, they tend to be a little kinder to in terms of...
Yeah, but Fred, let me take you on that. You know, here's a patient man, David Pyatt. He's run an unbelievable company, Allergan, the most to R&D of any of the big firms. And what happens to this patient man who does so many things? He gets a hostile takeover. Is that right?
Well, I probably shouldn't say much because I was on the Valeant board when that thing occurred. I did go off the board. I think...
Not related to this.
Not related to the thing. It's David Pyatt is a person I admire greatly.
That's what I know.
And I've known him from my days at Sandoz. He has done a great job at Allergan. He's built a lot of value. And I think sometimes activists want to realize more value. And that's the way we work in our country. And that's the way it's going right now in terms of realizing more value. But I don't think anybody is saying he's done a bad job. He's done a very good job.
He's done a great job. Speaking of activists, of course, we had the former CEO on just now. And you did a remarkable job tutoring him about how to run a major company.
Brent Saunders. Yes, he's a great CEO. And he's early in his runway. He's going to do a lot more.
You're still early, too. You know, the senior statesman thing is fine. But I don't like calling you the hero of the last 25 years. You got too many. You got another 25 ahead of you, and you are the bright light of this industry, Fred
Thank you. I believe this is the life sciences industry. It gives me a sense of purpose to be a part of the system.
Oh, you'll be reinventing everything, believe me. That's Fred Hassan, partner and managing director at Warburg Pincus. And yes, one of the great moneymakers of all time in the pharmaceutical industry. Stick with Cramer.